The first real-life photo of the S26 Ultra has leaked, revealing some notable differences. There have been uncertainties surrounding the existence of a S26 Plus, but one thing has been confirmed. The S26 series will include the standard Ultra model. Leaks indicate that the design will take cues from the S25 Edge and Z Fold 7, featuring a similar camera island on the rear. A newly leaked image of a third-party cover provides further evidence of this anticipated design shift and offers the first real-world glimpse of the device. This image originates from Taran Vats on X and shows the S26 Ultra in a black finish. Consistent with earlier leaks, the photograph reveals that the phone has flat sides, rounded corners, an island-like protrusion housing 3 of the 4 rear cameras, and a power button alongside volume rockers on the right side of the device. In terms of specifications, previous leaks suggest that the Galaxy S26 Ultra will feature an M14 OLED display, Qualcomm's recently announced Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, available in some regions, a slightly upgraded camera setup compared to the S25 Ultra, and the same 5000 mAh battery as its predecessor. For years, it was anticipated that Samsung might discontinue the Galaxy S Plus model in favor of introducing something new. Following the launch of the S25 Edge a few months ago, there were reports suggesting Samsung would replace the Galaxy S26 Plus with the S26 Edge. However, it now appears that the company has abandoned those plans. The S26 Plus is set to launch next year, continuing Samsung's legacy. Our sources confirm that Samsung has decided against replacing the S26 Plus with the Galaxy S26 Edge. This aligns with recent reports from Newspeam indicating that a Samsung official has confirmed the cancellation of the S26 Edge due to disappointing sales of the S25 Edge. Samsung initially planned to develop 4 versions, Basic, Plus, and Ultra, within the Galaxy S26 series. However, considering the weak sales figures for the Galaxy S25 Edge, the South Korean company has opted not to release the Galaxy S26 Edge alongside the Galaxy S26 and S26 Ultra, instead substituting it with the S26 Plus. Samsung's S26 series has been given the intriguing codename Miracle. Enthusiasts eagerly await the next-generation S26 series, with early leaks already providing a good idea of the potential upgrades in the flagship lineup. Now, the complete codename of the series has surfaced, revealing the significance of the letter M. We already knew that the series comprises 3 models. Samsung enthusiasts are eagerly waiting for the company's next-gen S26 series. We already have a reasonable notion of what upgrades the flagship lineup might bring, due to early leaks. Now, the whole codename of the series has come to light, and it's rather interesting. Miracle. 2. We now know what the letter N stands for. We already knew that the 3 models in the S26 series are internally designated N1, N2, and N3, but it was unclear what the M stood for. While many assumed the letter would signify momentum or modern, it turned out to be Miracle, via Galaxy Club. This indicates that all the S26 models belong to the Miracle series. For context, the codename for the Galaxy S25 series was Paradigm, whereas the S24 series carried Eureka. Samsung frequently adopts codenames based on the vision behind a gadget. For example, the Galaxy S10 series was dubbed Beyond because it pushed the frontiers of design. Likewise, the Galaxy S20 series, codenamed Hubble, inspired by the renowned telescope, offered 100x space zoom with the Ultra variant. However, the codename Miracle is more open-ended and mainly points to amazing development. There's a lot of confusion surrounding the models in the Galaxy S26 series. While early rumors suggested 4 versions, the current sources apparently reflect a shift in plans. The business has abandoned the Edge variant due to weak sales of the S25 Edge. This means that the lineup will return to the regular 3 models, Base, Plus, and Ultra. Furthermore, Samsung will reportedly pursue a dual-chip strategy with the forthcoming flagship lineup. The Galaxy S26 Pro and S26 Plus may come with a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 or an Exynos 2600 chip, depending on the market. Ice Universe recently dampened the enthusiasm of fans expecting a sensor update for the 200 megapixels main camera on the Samsung S26 Ultra. However, the leaker claims there is still a significant upgrade on the way. The S26 Ultra will utilize the same ISOCELL HP21 first 3 sensor that Samsung has employed since the S23 Ultra, which means the anticipated 1.1 200 megapixels Sony sensor will not be included. Nevertheless, ICE reports that Samsung plans to enhance the lens by incorporating a wider with f/1.4 aperture. This change would allow 47% more light to reach the sensor compared to the f/1.7 lens on the S25 Ultra. While an f/1.4 aperture may not excel in daylight photography, a solution for this issue already exists. Recall when certain Galaxy S models featured a dual aperture. The Galaxy S10e, S10, and S10 Plus were the last to offer this functionality, allowing adjustments between f/1.5 and f/2.4. Indeed, the CAT suggested that Samsung is contemplating the reintroduction of this feature, highlighting its importance. However, it remains unclear whether this will entail a dual aperture, 2 fixed settings, or a variable aperture similar to what has been seen from other manufacturers. The Samsung S26 Ultra is rumored to launch with the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2, alongside One UI 8.5. It is expected to feature a larger screen and potentially a bigger battery with faster charging capabilities. Additionally, there are anticipated camera enhancements, including a new telephoto sensor. The sources appear quite confident about these details, stating that there is no possibility of change. This is concerning, as it suggests that the camera may not perform as well as the S25 Ultra's 3x zoom. Based on historical trends, it is likely that the S26 Ultra will include another telephoto camera, potentially a 50 megapixels 5x zoom sensor, similar to the S25 Ultra. Therefore, it may not solely depend on the 10 megapixel sensor for zoom images. However, if the rumored reduction in capabilities is accurate, the S26 Ultra could struggle to compete with the iPhone 17 Pro series. Notably, Apple's latest 2 Pro handsets have upgraded from the 12 megapixels 5x zoom of their predecessors to a new 48 megapixels sensor with 4x optical zoom, which also allows for 8x optical quality zoom images at 12 megapixels. Along with the main sensor's ability to capture 2x zoom images, this could provide considerably better telephoto options than Samsung's forthcoming flagship. The Samsung S26 Ultra's camera bump reaches 4.5 mm, compared to 2.4 mm on the S25 Ultra, driven by the large aperture main camera and telephoto lens. Hopefully, the improvement will warrant this extra thickness. Samsung could easily accommodate a bigger telephoto sensor. And that isn't the only bad news for the Samsung S26 Ultra, because in another post, the same leaker has stated that the phone's camera block would be 4.5 mm thick. That might not sound like much, but the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra's camera block is only 2.4 mm thick, so this might make the S26 Ultra feel considerably chunkier. There may be valid reasons for this, with Ice Universe suggesting it's essential to house a main camera with a bigger aperture, which is an update we've heard touted before. But a chunkier phone with an inferior telephoto camera may be a tough sell. Still, it's likely that these rumors are wide of the mark. We should find out for sure early next year, as based on past record, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra will presumably ship in January. So that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching.